Hi, this is Charting Man Dan of TheChartGuys.com, home of technical analysis education. Click the link for a free week trial, no credit card required, and gain access to our multiple live broadcasts daily, community chat room, educational videos, nightly watch lists, and more. Invest in your education and future and join the community today.
Hey everyone, checking out gold daily, weekly, shorter term time frames, and we'll check out those miners as well. So a big day for gold, making a very key bullish break of resistance. Although we did see profit taking at the end of the day and a pullback, the break was news related with the market dumping and the dollar dumping on the Clinton email, whatever. And the bulls showed up today, and we broke the high of the bounce attempt at 1279.40, depending on what ticker you're looking at here. But for gold, it was 1279.40. So we broke that level, got all the way up to 1284.50, and then we saw that pullback. But the point being, we are now working on filling or looking at this resistance, and there's very little resistance in these levels up until 1300 psychological because of how quickly we dumped through all the supports. So we'll look at that in a bit on a shorter term time frame to show you what I mean. But this was a very bullish day for gold, and the weekly time frame is right at that 200-week moving average. We did close above it on increased bull volume, so that does make it look a little bit less likely that we are forming a bear flag here on gold for the weekly time frame. So here on the, let's actually zoom out to the hourly time frame first. Here was a downtrend resistance line I was watching. It's a descending triangle, lower highs, flat base of support. We did dip low and bounced off of that level on the GDP reaction, and then the bulls showed up. And in my opinion, that's a bullish break of this pattern because number one, we broke the downtrend resistance line. Number two, we closed higher than we closed higher on the hourly time frame than we had closed in the past couple of days, 2 days, so breaking the lower high pattern. And although we did fall right back into this pattern, in my opinion, that was because the 5-minute RSI went from oversold to overbought. Let's go, it's back here. Oversold to overbought very quickly due to that reaction to the GDP. So we traded sideways, then we consolidated, formed a higher low. Then your news hits and the bulls break out to big time gains before seeing pullback and lower highs and lower lows into the close. So let's look at on the hourly time frame. And even though we're pulling back fairly significantly, we're still establishing higher lows and higher highs. And if we look at the 4-hour chart, we can see that we did break that level that we had topped out at before on the bounce. Although it was a significant pullback from that level, the bulls are making ground. And look at the 4-hour candlesticks where we dumped from 1310 down to 1270. That's why there's not going to be a ton of resistance here, because we just fell off a cliff. And if we can get back up and break 1284, we're looking up to 1300. We have a bullish MACD cross on the 4-hour chart. That always gives some nice upside when that's happened in the past. And the only thing that's concerning for the bull miners is the complete lack of follow through on this move. Look at this daily time frame. We didn't even break the high of yesterday. Gold broke the high of yesterday by significant amounts. The high of yesterday for gold was up at 1272.59. We broke it $12 to the upside, yet the bull miners could not break the high of yesterday. Big red flag for the bull miners. And looking at JNUG, same thing. Weakness. Very weak close. Rejecting from the middle Bollinger Band. So the move in gold is not translating into a move in miners at all. And these miners still look very much like the weekly time frame is a bear flag, even though gold is less likely. So a bear flag forming here on the NUGT chart, and you look at JNUG and it's the same thing. So big time concerns for the bull miners. The fact that we did not move with this gold move at all. At the bare minimum, you would think these miners would see a break of the high of the previous 2 days where we blew through that gold resistance. And again, a $10 move to the upside, and we did not see that in these bull miners. So keep in mind, the bear miners still have lots of momentum. Look at the daily time frame. Even though we're rejecting from this middle Bollinger Band resistance, we're in a nice channel between the 50-day support, middle Bollinger Band resistance, and it is not a bear. You would look at this chart and think there was nowhere near a $12 bullish breakout on gold. Obviously, we did get back a lot of those gains, but cannot stress enough that this move did not translate into miners' strength today. So we'll see what next week brings. Gold made a bullish move, and gold bulls are in control of the shorter term trend. But again, those miners have a lot of work to do in order for the bulls to show up And we'll see if that occurs next week. And if it does not, we're looking for a bear flag, and we're looking for miners to head back to test the recent lows. So I appreciate you tuning in. I hope you have a good weekend. I'm doing a marijuana sector webinar tomorrow. It will be recorded tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. Looking forward to that. Lots of opportunity to be had there. And I hope you'll join us. Have a great weekend. See you Monday.